Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video I'll be showing you how to obtain the Gendarme shield in Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. This item was added exclusively in the Japanese re-release of Final Fantasy XII ICJS, and is now available in the Zodiac Age. It is one of 3 new super items, all of which are incredibly rare and in many ways game-breaking. For that reason, the odds of getting this item is super low, especially without RNG manipulation methods. Oh, and a fun little notice, the item itself is invisible on the character, so it'll just look like you're wielding nothing when you have it equipped. In this video, I'll talk about the shield generally, as well as a method to 100% get it. Yes, somebody figured out an RNG manipulation method on the PS4 version, though I had to do one fairly first before I found out. If you want to skip directly to the RNG manipulation method, use the description of the video, there will be a timestamp there. The Gendarme shield is easily the most powerful shield in the game. It has 90 physical and magical evade, making it ridiculous enough to even take a hit while using it. On top of that, it absorbs every element in the game, making you completely immune to all forms of magic. It also doesn't require a license, so any job can equip it. At this point, only debuffs and instant death type skills can threaten you, and with a ribbon, you can cut out most of those. To obtain the Gendarme shield, you'll first want to make sure you have the diamond armlet, as it must be equipped in order for the player to have a chance at receiving the shield. Then, you need to travel to the Great Crystal, one of the final dungeons in the game. Proceed to the northern half of the crystal and navigate your way to the Ultima Esper fight. I've included some downloadable maps in the description of the video if you need help. In Ultima's room on your first visit is a chest containing the Excalibur, a pretty solid weapon on its own. However, after defeating Ultima and obtaining the Excalibur, if you leave and return to the room enough times, you may notice another chest spawns. This chest has a 2% chance of spawning each time you zone into this room. Luckily, in Zodiac Age, you only need to travel 1 room away, as opposed to 3 rooms like in the original 12. So once the chest is spawned, ensure you have a diamond armlet equipped before opening it. 20% of the time, the chest will yield a trivial amount of gil. 80% of the time, it will reward an item. Now 95% of the time that it gives you an item, it'll be a meteorite. However, there is a 5% chance you will obtain this legendary shield. So let's cover that again. A 1 in 50 chance of seeing the chest, a 4 in 5 chance of seeing an item, and a 1 in 20 chance of that item being a shield. That's basically a 4% chance on a 2% chest spawn, so as you can see, the odds are pretty much working against you. Now I mentioned earlier RNG manipulation methods. That's basically figuring out an algorithm within the game in which you can manipulate RNG through your own actions in order to guarantee a result. It's very popular in old school single player RPGs, but even in the new school ones, it's definitely still a thing. There used to be an RNG manipulation method involving the use of Cure to make this easier in the PS2 version. However, many forum posts have claimed this method appears to not be working, at least not as originally intended, as the seed or the algorithm appears to have changed, meaning sometime from now, people may figure out the properly updated version of what's known as the Cure list RNG manipulation. That being said, I didn't think it was going to happen, but somebody found a working RNG manipulation for this PS4 version. It's been tested on multiple PS4s, and I did it for this video on my PS4 Pro. I'll include an original link to the forum post and video in the description as well. For the RNG manipulation, you'll want to do the following. First, defeat Ultima and get Excalibur, and then go back to the previous area. After that, you're going to want to clear your party members. Open your menu and set your party to only a single character. It doesn't matter which character, just set it to only one of them. Unequip their active characters' weapons and shield. You can leave their armor on. In fact, you're going to need to in order to do the remainder of this method. Just make sure they do not have a weapon or a shield. Also, make sure you have the diamond armlet equipped. You still absolutely need that equipped for this to work. Also, if you have any buffs or debuffs or anything, make sure you don't have any. So pick equipment that doesn't have bonus statuses. You want to have 0 statuses, no protect, no haste, no brave, nothing. No statuses, and turn your gambits off, by the way. Now, as the Zodiac Age is on PS4, it has a nifty new feature called the autosave. So when you zone into Ultima's room, it will create an autosave on your PlayStation 4. From this point on, you're going to want to reset your RNG entirely by turning off your PS4 and then turning it on and opening the game again. I think a simple restart would probably work okay, but I just did exactly as the forum post told me. It says turn off, wait for it, then turn back on, and not restart. So that's what I did. Now load the auto-saved save file. From this point on, you're going to be zoning in and out of Ultima's room until you see the chest. Once you see the chest, attack yourself 10 times in a row. Make sure that a character probably doesn't have their unarmed skill buffed, but as long as you're wearing some heavy armor or something with defensive value, you'll probably be okay. If you did this right, on the 9th attack, you'll combo yourself 4 times in a row. But you still have to do 1 extra attack after that, so make sure it's 10 command attacks in a row. After the 10th attack, open the chest and it will contain a meteorite. Don't worry, this is intended. Now that you've obtained that meteorite, zone out and back in again, and the chest will be there again, and it will also have your shiny new shield. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty pissed that someone found this so fast. I did it fairly once, though to be fair, I was trying to see if the cure list RNG method worked, because I had heard rumors that it didn't. I couldn't get the list to work, by the way. Every time I got to the 3rd part of it, it basically didn't work, but there's a chance that maybe me testing it landed on some sort of RNG, because I did get a shield after trying to do the cure list. It just didn't work the way everyone was supposed to tell me that the cure list RNG worked. Hours later, I was making this video, it was done, set, I was going to say there's no RNG manipulation methods, and then I remembered that somebody in my Twitch chat earlier said that this method existed, and I wrote it off as bullshit. I told them, no, that's not going to work, there's no way. Apparently, I'm an idiot, because I now have 2 Gendarme shields, and I am in shock that somebody figured this out on the PS4 version. But if you want to go for it legit, do it the old-fashioned way, 4% on the 2% spawn. If not, just do it this way. It's a broken shield, and honestly, you're going to be invincible, and trial mode will probably be a joke if you have this and any of the other invisible weapons, which, by the way, also have RNG manipulation methods that are still viable. I'll cover that in the other videos. That's going to be a wrap for the Gendarme shield, and I still can't believe an RNG manipulation method works on the PS4 version, so go try it out for yourself. Worked for me. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned. I'll be doing videos on the other super weapons, and I already know the Satan Grot RNG method still works, so we'll just have to see if the Great Trango one works as well, although there's an easier way to get the Great Trango. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.